name's Scott. Today I'm just going to be doing a hopefully a very quick review just on a little gadget that I've made along with the help of a forum member called Just In Case to basically assist in accurately testing the voltage on variable voltage electronic cigarettes. Now a while ago I got the Provari. I've had it for quite some time now. And when I first got it, obviously I wanted to check that the voltage that it was set to was actually the voltage that it was actually sort of delivering, basically. So all I needed to do at the time was just get a voltage meter, place the positive right in the centre there, and the negative just somewhere on the outside. Press a button, and this is actually currently set to 3.6 volts, and it's reading 3.61. And so when I got my Precious a few days ago, I just assumed that it'd be exactly the same thing. I'd just have to sort of place the connections in exactly the same manner, and I'd get exactly the same sort of readings. But when I tried it, it was coming out all over the place. Now I was getting, for example, if I set it to 1 volt, it was coming out around sort of like I think it was around sort of 5 volts. So I knew something wasn't quite right there. So I spoke to this Just In Case about it, and explained that with the Provari, it actually has like inside the electrics, it actually reads the resistance of the atomizer and then adjusts the voltage accordingly. So whatever, if you put it in as, for example, 3.6, then regardless what resistance atomizer you put on it, it'll always come out, the voltage will always be 3.6. But with the Precious, it doesn't actually have that feature, and so the only way you can sort of properly test it is by doing it under load. In other words, it needs to have an atomizer connected to it. Excuse a bit of fluff there. But obviously once the atomizer is connected, then you can't get to the terminals properly. So we had the idea of getting one of these, which is I'm just going to zoom in, which is a tornado tank charging extender. And then basically said, no, just get one of those, drill a hole through the centre, pull the positive wire out, and then basically you can sort of screw this into your variable voltage mod, not just the Precious or the Provari, and then you can place an atomizer in the end now, and then also you can then got an exposed positive connection now, and you can take the touch the negative connection anywhere on the body, and then you'll get an actual reading when it's actually under load. And so basically all you need to do is just get your Provari or Precious and screw that into the end now, and then just get your atomizer and screw that in as well. And if I press a button, as you can hear that it's actually sort of firing up. And at the moment the Precious is set to, I can't remember, it's set to 1, 2, at the moment it's set 4 volts, okay. Okay, so at the moment this is set to 4 volts. Now with the Precious, you have to actually use the like your connectors the opposite way around. So the negative will go on the positive, and the positive will go on the negative. Again, I'm not an electronics expert, but I know if you do it the correct way around, then it's going to damage the electrics. And I think it's because with the Precious, the batteries actually go positive ending first, where normally they'd go, the positive end would be up this end, and on the Precious is down the opposite end. That's as far as I'm aware anyway. Okay, so like I said, you need the positive lead to now go on the negative, which would be sort of somewhere on the body. And then you place your negative on that positive wire, and then just basically press a button, and hopefully it should read around sort of 4 volts. Which reading 3.5 volts, which is obviously it's not exactly 4 volts, but it's well within tolerances, I would have imagined. Again, I don't know whether obviously what batteries you use, whether how charged the batteries are, what sort of resistance the atomizer is, how much of that plays a part, like with things like the Precious or any sort of variable voltage mod, which hasn't got that sort of electronics which can actually read the resistance of the atomizer. But it is definitely a lot more accurate than what I was doing just by placing your connectors onto here without that little adapter thing. And just to sort of demonstrate, I will sort of show it on the Provari one more time. So at the moment this is set to, it's 3.6, so I'll boost it up to 4.4, and I'll place this on. And with this one, obviously you need to do it the correct way around, so the negative will go into the negative, the positive, let's do that, where's it gone? Right. Negative to negative, positive to positive, and that should read 4.4 volts or 4.41. Okay, so it definitely works, and also you can use that on any sort of variable voltage mod, especially handy with the Precious, because I was getting quite baffled by it at first. When I was getting I was setting it to 1 volt and I was getting readings like 5 volts. So obviously when I put this adapter on, then it's giving me a far better reading. Okay guys, so I'm sorry, just completely forgot to say how I actually made the adapter. So basically you just get the Tornado charging extender, and then all I've done was I got a Dremel drill out and cut a square out just so I can see the wire, fished the wire out a little bit. Then I sort of removed some of the coating from the wire to also expose it. And the wire did look sort of quite fragile, so then I just got a blob of solder and heated that onto the centre part. And then just to make sure that I wasn't going to sort of short anything out, I just sort of covered the whole thing with as much masking tape as I possibly can. Apologies for the photos, but I didn't actually expect it to work, so I didn't bother sort of getting out on my nice DSLR camera to sort of take the photos. So I just took the photos with me with my iPhone. Yeah, but so it's fairly easy to make, and works a treat. Okay, guys, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye bye.